Um, oh, looks like AMC had pulled $325 million from this dilution. Expect more dilution, so don't be shocked when it dilutes again. Um, there's definitely going to be more dilution at some point. I wouldn't. I probably think dilution is going to take 6 months to a year before they do it again. So, also, wanted to kind of cover something. They were talking about the dividend. So, Overstock did something similar. They did a dividend and it forced shorts to cover because they didn't want to get caught with their pants down, basically. So, if AMC creates a dividend, someone had mentioned to me that AMC has to be profitable to issue a dividend. And to that, I would just say that they just came off of their busiest weekend, some of the busiest times they've ever had. Um, the popcorn is going to be not it's not no longer exclusive to Walmart, so that's also going to bring in a lot of extra revenue. So to issue a dividend, yes, they have to be profitable, but obviously at this point, this next quarter we know is going to be profitable because we saw the Barbie movie, and that doesn't come out to this next quarter. So even though last quarter was profitable, that didn't have nothing to do with Barbenheimer and all that stuff. Um, so yeah. Anyways, expect more dilution. It's probably not going to happen for 6 months to a year. This is my guess. Obviously, I'm not a financial advisor, so don't take no financial advice from me. But um, I would really love to see a dividend get issued. Yeah. What's up, AMC Buttercorns? Yeah, I'm still buying and holding too. I kind of did a thing on my page where, like, anytime someone spreads FUD um, on any of my social medias, I buy a half a share. I'm up to 10 and a half shares today. And I've barely been on my socials for, an hour or so. Um, I was gonna buy them anyways, but it just gives me more fun excuse. I'm not a millionaire by any means, so I'm limited to, like, 15 shares today. Usually about 15 a day, something like that, 5 to 10. Sometimes one, just depending on the week. You know what I mean? But for now, we're having some good business, so I'm going with that. But yeah, I just want to bring it in. The dividend can be issued if the company's profitable. Obviously, the company's going to be profitable because this quarter alone has the Barbie movie, which was what the busiest weekend in AMC's history. You got Taylor Swift stuff coming up. The Swifties are definitely going to fill up the theaters. Popcorn is going throughout different stores as well, so it won't just be Walmart. You'll be seeing money out of that. Um, but yeah, I think Adam Aaron and the board, I would imagine they would want to see a squeeze as well because they hold a lot of shares. I think Adam Aaron holds, like, before he had around, what, 8 million, so he's probably around 800,000 now. So if I'm him, I want it to squeeze too because 800,000 shares times whatever, let's say it runs up to 5K. Dude's gonna make way more money off of that than I think any hedge fund can offer him at this point. So, um, that's just my personal opinion. Like I said, the dividend can be issued if it's profitable. I keep saying that, and it is going to be profitable. They haven't mentioned anything about it, but I wouldn't be surprised to see something like that happen. Overstock CEO came out a while back and said that's how they did it. So we got the formula, they got the blueprint. If they can follow through with it, it'd be great. Now I don't know if it would happen right away or if it's something they're planning, but fingers crossed, man. Because if that happens, there's no way around it sometime. So, and I've had people ask me why the reverse split was a good thing. Obviously, it wasn't good to look at your account and see your average go up to 50 to $100, whatever it was, and your shares cut down. But the fact of the matter is, even though I voted no originally, and I was watching and watching and watching, and every time something was about to pop, I'd be like, this is gonna make it. This is a catalyst, or next week it's gonna happen. It was just week after week. It's like next week. We just need more time. Need more time. and it just never happened. So now we can pay off debt. AMC can pay off debt, and that's really the only thing the shorts have. That's literally the only short thesis they have right now, because theaters are profitable. I mean, people are going to movies, people are supporting, and there's tons of people that are just literally only supporting AMC. Like me, there's not an AMC in my town. I have to go like what, an hour, 10 minutes away to get to an AMC. I still go there, or I still buy gift cards, I still buy popcorn. There's tons of people like that, you know. Um, Shout out Colorado Mine. What up, Zach Frost? Definitely buy hat merch from me if you had an online store set up. I'm working on it, man. So I don't use this page to promote my store just because um, I don't know, man. I'm not trying to like get money out of people. I do okay. I do have an online store, but there's so many restrictions selling online, so that's why. But you can hit up the store. You can contact me, and I can. Um, there's I don't know. Anyways, nothing about the store. You know what I mean? But um, what's up, Gia? What up, fam? So that's all I really got, man. I mean, I've been trying to load a video. I loaded a video earlier. Just here at my shop, my wireless is trash because I'm too cheap to go fiber. I'm telling you, man, it works fine. So they've been trying to get me to go with the fiber for a minute, but I'm not trying to pay an extra $40 a month because I'm too busy wasting my money on AMC shares. But not wasting. So that's the other thing. A lot of people are just coming in and telling me it's just a waste of money. There's not going to be anything happening from it. It's just crazy to me how many people are so concerned with what I'm doing with my money. You know what I mean? Like any stock you have is your personal opinion. I'm not. If I think it's a bad trade, I'm not gonna go and tell you, man, get out of that shit. It's trash. You know, because you never know. You know, anyone could pop at any point. Look at like what was it, HKT last year hit like 1,500, something like that. So if that company can hit that, and people think we're crazy that AMC could hit 10K, I really think at this point it's opening up more and more and more. The more I'm kind of like looking into the actual DD, like researching this shit, it's just crazy because there's so many. It's just been oversold, and we know that, and it's just been continuously oversold. Um, so if you believe the line isn't real, like I do, there's really no reason to be stressing the price right now. You know, it goes up, it goes down, but one of these days, man, I'd rather be on the inside than the outside looking in, you know? So that's why I just won't sell my shares. I mean, I could hold these things for decades if I need to. So it is what it is. HKD hit 2,500. That's what it was. Yeah, 2,500. So the funny thing about HKD is I had gotten in a little before it had hit that big run, but I had only gotten like I think like a half a share is what I had, a little over half a share. I used some spare money I had from leftover in my account. I bought it. I sold out at 1,000 a share. You know, I think I made like $600. But then I decided at that point I'm gonna buy back in. So I took my 600. I was like, I'm gonna throw in another couple $100 just to throw it in there, YOLO, see what happens. You know what I mean? It's not a lot. I know for some of y'all, I'll probably laugh like $200. That ain't shit. Anyways, for me it was. I tried to throw it in there and it just wouldn't let me buy. It just kept giving me that rotating wheel, like blah 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 blah. It just wouldn't let me in. So that's why I look at AMC too. Like I don't want to be on the outside, like wanting to buy more shares, and it won't let it happen. As soon as that wheel, that loading. So that's why I'm buying now. To me, honestly, at any point under $100 right now is still a buy for me. I know our averages are probably like shit right now. Are like mine. Probably some of you to me. I have 5 brokers. Well, 4 now. I transferred out of Robinhood a few months back, but you know, in the beginning when it was like, oh, this broker's shady, and then TD Ameritrade is doing this. Now this broker's doing that, so I'm buying shares everywhere. You know, it's just I think at this point I think all the brokers are kind of the same, man. Robinhood, I don't really know. They just got exposed, but I think they're all, in my personal opinion. You know what I mean? Man, Edward, what's up, man? Just posting up, man. I was trying to post a video earlier, and this is, like I said, it wasn't loading up. But I was just bringing up the dividend, the fact that Overstock kind of did something similar to this. And when they squeezed, they brought up and they pulled out a dividend. Now I don't know AMC is not discussing it, or if it even is being discussed. So it's just my personal opinion, not financial advice. But if they, I do believe now that they pulled 325 million for dilution, the bond would allow them to create a dividend, and to create a dividend, you have to be obviously profitable. And I'm just bringing up the fact that someone said this company's not profitable. Um, Last quarter was profitable. This quarter coming up, we'll have the Barbie movie, the Barbenheimer, all that shit will be included in this quarter. So this quarter will be profitable. And going forward, we have, popcorn that was only allowed in, or they had the exclusive with Walmart. I brought this up a couple times already, but if you're just joining us, um, dilution or not dilution, popcorn will be going into separate stores, not just Walmart exclusive. The gourmet candy's coming out. Um, so I don't see nothing but positive upside to this. When this first came about and we knew it was going to happen, I was definitely on the other side of it, a little naive, and I kind of closed-minded because I just kind of shut off my brain. Like, nope, that doesn't. Nope, I'm pissed off. Nope. When you get mad, you don't think. So that's why you don't make any decision. Even in trading, you don't trade with emotion. You trade with instinct and charts. You don't get your instinct mixed with your emotion. Monster, if you're watching this, I can't keep up with you guys, man. Monster, just send me a check for like, I don't know, $27 a week. I think that should cover me. How about them Cowboys? Man, I don't want to talk about football. I know y'all know I'm a Broncos fan. And last year, Seattle beat Denver 16-17 in the game. Season opener. This year, the Raiders beat us 16-17. Someone thought they were funny by putting these together. Ha! Fire whoever did that. Nah, man. Yeah, third quarter is definitely going to be profitable. I mean, like we said, that's got the Barbie mover, and that monster's kicking in now. I'm like crackhead. Barbenheimer, Oppenheimer, Barbie, among Blue Beetle. And I know like a lot of people are like, Blue Beetle flopped. It made a flop in the producer's eyes, but the theater made money from it. You know what I mean? So, yes, in turn, in the long run, that could affect things, but the movies ain't going nowhere, man. People are going to continue to go to movies. It's not gonna be something that's just going to die out. People are like, even me and my family. I got 5 kids, man. So when we go to a movie, it's expensive, but we still go. You got to get out the house once in a while and do some things. And every once in a while, we'll just take the kids to their grandmas and be like, hey, we're not going to a movie, kids. We're just going to go out and do some business stuff. And bam, me and the wife and one other kid or something go. You know what I mean? Movies ain't going to die. Movies ain't. The only thing the short thesis has right now, the short thesis is that the AMC is so much in debt. Shit. Who's my top 2 AMC YouTubers I listen to? Well, I honestly I listen to everyone, from the no voters to the yes voters, and I respect a lot of their opinion. I think a lot of these dudes have valid points on both sides. I do think on the no voter side, a lot of the dudes that I've become cool with and talked to, I don't want to piss anyone off, but I think they kind of have like blinders on just out of being angry. And I get it because I was there too. But when I stuck through the reverse split, I wrote it out, and I thought, man, I gotta be open minded about it. I can't just, be negative about it. So as I opened my mind up, all right, we back. As I opened my mind up and kind of looked into it, I realized that I own a business, so I understand getting out of debt is hard, especially during times of inflation. Even if I'm making money here, I'm having to restock. I'm having to pay out overhead. Overhead is big, and I can't imagine what their overhead is. So I think the reverse split is a good thing for AMC, because it can help them pay debt, and then the money they're making can kind of bring them back to normality, if that makes any sense. So I do think that, yeah, of course, I would have loved to have kept my thousands of shares and had it squeezed beforehand. But the thing is it just wasn't happening, you know? everyone kept saying, "Oh, it would have happened if we would have had a little more time or another week, another week." It was always another week. It's kind of like one of those things when I worked for the radio. I worked for a radio station before. One of their ideas was to basically it would tell you like holding the like if you were riding on top of a bear to get where you needed to go and you had a stick with a piece of meat hanging in front of him, dangling in front of him, and he would just keep walking. They want you to dangle the meat. Sounds bad. I'm dangling my meat for you, fellas. Follow my meat. So basically, that's what it was. You know what I mean? They want you to follow, and I kind of feel like that's what was going on. We were just kind of like next week, let's keep going, and then big breaking news, and then oh, it didn't happen because of this, and I think it got to the point where everyone was so angry, annoyed, and pissed off about the situation, which I was too. I mean, I'm still not happy about it, you know what I mean? But I got to stay positive in certain situations. But I just feel like it had gotten to the point where it was time for something to happen, and it got to the point where a lot of us just kind of just started looking for people to blame. Like in the beginning, it was all the hedge funds, and somehow the light kind of went away from them, and the spotlight went boom over to Adam Aaron and the CEO and the board. And I'm not saying they're great role model human beings. I don't know. You know, I don't know them personally. I can't speak on it. I'm hoping that they're on our side, and I believe they're on our side because they're on our side. If that makes sense, they have shares. They could become filthy, disgustingly rich. Like if Adam Aaron has 800,000 shares, can you imagine? I mean, this thing hits 10K, 5K, 3K. You know what I mean? And so you just gotta look at it that way. Tater Tot, I enjoy your videos, man. You're a real one. Appreciate you, man. I appreciate you for sure. This page was I literally made my page years ago because I used to do music. Obviously, it was trash, so I didn't make it big. But I jumped back on my page and start doing these YouTube videos. It's because at home you bring this up to your family, and they're just like, I remember when I first jumped in around April 2021, and then I think in May I told everyone, I was like, fuck, I'm about to be rich. Y'all might want to hang out with me, you know, tell my wife, like, don't worry, how many bills you got? Let me see your debt. I'm making a plan because Trey told me to sell on the way down, baby. I'm about to be rich. Trey Trades told me I'm about to sell on the way down. So what's your debt? And, you know, I collected everyone's debt. I'm like, I'm going to pay that shit. No problem. And here we are, you know, almost 3 years later, still fighting the good fight though. And for all of us that have preserved and fought through it, it'll definitely, in my personal opinion, not financial advice, but it'll definitely be worth it if or when it happens, because that day is going to be crazy, man. I just can't wait for the point where it hits the number I want. I hit sell. Then I'm probably going to be paranoid for 3 or 4 days until the money hits my account. But at that point, oh my God, who's going to play us in the movie, you know? Shit. I think probably, I don't know, Brad Pitt might play me. If he's really not as handsome as me, but he could try. Maybe The Rock. Yeah, The Rock. I think I could be the Rock. Could, you know what I mean? If he can grow a full beard. That's next thing too, man. If we squeeze, I'm buying fucking beard implants. That's some bullshit. I started growing this out because my son was like, "We can't grow beards, Dad. You ruined us." I'm like, "Yeah, check this out." This is like a year in, so I'm gonna need this to squeeze so I can get a beard. That's the only reason I'm here, really. I need a beard and to pay my debt. Yeah, definitely fighting the good fight. And you can see the coming in left and right, man. You're going to see it heavier and heavier. But I think the majority of us that have done the DD have been here long enough, just realize, like, man, no matter what anyone says or does at this point, just riding it out. People that want out are just like, I can't sell because this price is ridiculous, you know? So I think at some point, you know, there will be more dilution, and we know that. So be prepared for it. Don't be shocked. But when that happens again, you know what's going to happen. Everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, they killed the squeeze. They killed it." Let's hope it squeezes before then. But if it doesn't, just be prepared. Plan for it. You know, you got to be ready for it because it's not like a shock. It's not a surprise that it's going to happen. Like we know it's about to happen. Just count my change up, see how many shares I can buy. But yeah, I mean, it's something that we know is going to happen. But when it does happen, there's going to be all sorts of fear, uncertainty, and doubt spread about. And that's it. So that's the whole reason I jumped in this video, is to talk about the dividend though, man. So AMC is definitely going to be profitable. You can't tell me it's not. And I mean, we can revisit this discussion when when they show what they made in the quarter. Which obviously, if Barbenheimer weekend was the biggest weekend they've ever had, then shit, even that weekend alone will take us over. So I don't know 100%. They did raise 325 million at around 8 and some change, was the total, I believe. What they sold, the dilution where they diluted that. But with that being said, if they put that, I'm not 100% sure what they're doing with that money. I would hope that all of it's going towards debt, and the money they bring in from the regular revenue will go out towards their overhead and whatever. But who knows? But that's we just, at this point, if you're in the play, they say it all the time. If you're in a play and you don't believe in the CEO or the head of the company or the board, then it's not going to work for you. You're going to panic. You're going to sell. So for me, like I said, I don't admire the man. I don't love the man, but I don't hate the man. We'll see what happens. Just riding it out. So if we do hit the point where and I'm gonna fill this out, week by week, day by day, month by month. If it gets to the point where it's like, oh, this will never happen, then yeah, of course I'm gonna jump out, But at this point, I just don't see how it cannot happen. Before, I was kind of just ignoring the fact that we were so much in debt, and I kept saying like, oh, they could sell buildings, they can do this, and I'll admit I was wrong for saying that, because AMC doesn't own the buildings; they're renting. So I mean, they could shut stuff down, but then, And this is the other thing. If you believe that AMC wanted to go bankrupt or lose the company or whatever the case is to help the hedges out, then why are they trying to make money? They're doing things to make money. Like, they are literally making deals by selling popcorn, gourmet candy. They're bringing the Taylor Swift thing in. They're promoting. They're pushing hard. Like, there's not a lot of theaters you can go to and order chicken tenders and shit like that. You know what I mean? It's just not like where I'm from. There's none besides AMC. So I don't know about where you live. Jesus, Monster, hurry up and sponsor me, man. I can't. But they're making moves to make money. So, if they wanted to lose money and go bankrupt, there's plenty of things they could do. They could go through to their profitable companies and fire people and bring people in that ain't going to work right. But the profitable companies, their top tier AMC theaters are still producing, and they're still improving. So the best thing you can do is just literally do your own research, do your own DD. Don't take any financial advice, because I'm not a financial advisor. Don't take any advice from me. Even what I say, double check it. Go check shit. Go look on your own. Just see what it is. If you check on your own, you can confirm it on your own. But like, someone asked me what YouTubers I listen to. I literally listen to everyone. If I see AMC in the title, I'm going to listen. If it's good, bad, whatever. And I'm going to take what they say and I'm going to run with it. I'm going to say, all right, let me check into this. And, I listen to Lou. I listen to AMC Bigums. I listen to Phil For Real. I listen to Frankie Muhammad. You know what I mean? I listen to everyone. But I will say this. Anyone that was in the play that said they sold, or just straight up just spreading only negativity, I'm not listening to them no more, because I don't want to sound messed up, man, but they didn't diamond hand it. They got shaken out, and I'm not trying to. They say you are who you, birds of a feather flock together. So you are who you kick it with, or you're listening to. So I don't want to get that energy. You know what I mean? Like, oh well, maybe he's right. Oh my God, start getting paranoid and shit. And maybe I should sell, which I don't think would happen. But I'm not going to put myself in that position. So if I know a person has admitted or said that they've sold the stock and they still talk about the stock, like if a dude comes out and says, hey, I sold all my AMC, and then the next 5 videos are AMC titles, I'm not going to watch it, just because what the fuck are you going to tell me? Tony DeNaro broke my heart. Did he sell out too? Man, I honestly, even like when I was definitely on the other side, like when I was thinking everyone was crazy and annoying when I was like, AMC Bigums, I don't know, he's tripping. But Tony DeNaro just always got on my nerves. I mean, maybe he's probably smart and accurate, but he definitely just drove me nuts with the way he would be like, I don't know, just kind of like one of those people that almost looks like they talk down on you. But you know what? To each his own. Maybe I'm reading the situation wrong. Exactly. We got into play for Moas or nothing. So, I mean, I can bring up some charts and shit and kind of go over some ideas with you guys too. I don't want to do it on my cash register computer because then employees are gonna come in and be like, "Why this motherfucker looking at charts and shit on here?" I'll pull out the laptop and go over some stuff here in a second. And I think we all know technical analysis on this play is iffy. You know what I mean? I like Casey Shaw, Pantheon, AB Investments. Them three are the best. I love AB, man. He's definitely on the no side, but he's I think he's knowledgeable about a lot of stuff. Honestly, Pantheon, I will admit I've never listened to Pantheon. I don't know why. Casey Shaw, I've listened to a little bit. Um, like I said, if it's a long ass live, I don't listen. I mean, I've listened, like I said, from anyone to everyone. I've listened to freaking CSI to freaking Ants Trades to Data Zero, stocks and crypto. I'm just like y'all, man. I'm not. I don't consider myself a YouTuber, even though I make YouTube videos every day. So I guess I am a YouTuber, but I don't ask for money. I don't have my shit set up to be monetized. If there's commercials that come on, it's just because you're not paying a premium from YouTube. I don't get paid from none of this. Um, so I don't ask for money. I don't ask for super chats. None of that. I'm just here with y'all, man. I'm the same as you guys. I'm riding it out. See what happens. I notice like a lot of YouTubers too. When I start watching them, and they're, I don't mind them getting paid. If you want to get paid, cool. But when it starts being like, oh, pay this monthly fee, pay me this, pay me that, and then I start thinking like, are they really here for that, or are they here for money? And then you got to wonder, are they actually in it for the play? Because I feel like at this point, I'm literally only here because my wife and family, my dad, everyone's just sick of talking about AMC. They'll come in here and ask me a question, and 30 minutes later, they're sitting down like, oh, yeah, oh, TD, it burned down, huh? Oh, yeah, that's crazy. Court, yeah, the guy committed suicide. You know what I mean? So here it is. I'm just here ranting you guys, and especially when I drink a Monster. Holy shit. Massillorian. Yeah, I've listened to Massillorian a little bit. I think most people have some good information. Like I said, I just kind of run with it. When they say something that connects or hits, or I kind of question, then I'll do my own research on it. Other than that, man, I mean, that's about it. We just gotta hope. I really hope they run this dividend, man. I don't know. It's obviously I don't know what they talk about behind the boards, but I would imagine they would want this thing to squeeze too. If you're on the AMC board and you got that many shares, you'd want it to run. I would want it to run. I mean, is enough ever enough? You know what I mean? Like if you got 800,000 shares, you still want more. Like even me, like I had hit a point where I was like, all right, I'm done buying shares. And then I kept buying and buying and buying and buying. And then I moved my, never buy. I always say never buy more than you're willing to lose. At this point, to me, I'm willing to lose more because it's worth the risk to me to be able to change my kid's life, my wife's life, her family's life, people I know that have hospital bills. I know, my mom had cancer and had all sorts of stuff. It would just be able to pay her bills out. And that's the other thing too, man. I think a lot of people in the play are genuinely good people. Like they're wanting to help people. So I think maybe not everyone, but a lot of the people I know that are in this play personally are just people that I know that give back to people, the communities and stuff. So like, I can't imagine, like, to me, when I give, I feel like I'm getting, you know what I mean? So if I were to get this type of money, I would definitely, in my community already, we do donations every year to the schools. We do a backpack drive. I donate tons of money out of our own pocket just to make sure the kids that are growing up here in my community without backpacks or shoes. Like I have the schools have me on speed dial, man, and they'll just hit me up for shoes, and I just give them to them. You know what I mean? 'Cause I feel like when I give, I wind up getting anyways. So in a weird way, it's when I give away, I like the other day, I seen a dude. Well, it's been months ago. I seen a dude walking down the street in front of my store with no shoes. He was a little out there, man. He was a little spaced out, but I wound up giving him some shoes. I said, "Here, man." He's like, "Are you serious?" He was pretty excited about getting some free shoes. Gave him some nice Jordans, hooked him up. He took off walking down the street and never saw the dude again. Okay, he's walking, gone. About a week later, a lady comes in and says, "Oh, I saw the guy that you gave those shoes to. That was pretty nice of you. Appreciate it." She winds up being a doctor's wife, so now she comes in weekly and buys stuff. She spends probably about $200-300 a week here, and it's like that wouldn't have happened if I wouldn't have given. So you know what I mean? Like once you give, you get. We've definitely gone off track, man. I'm definitely gone off track. We were talking about dividend and expecting more dilution, but I think we got ourselves a few quarters left. So anyway, man, hopefully you guys are having a good day. I think the price, I still think they're going to try to throw things at you as long as they can. If I put yourself in the hedge funds position, you know, if you're on the hedge fund side and you know what's about to happen if you close this or you get margin called, and if you have the power to change the price, like if you have a cheat code, it's kind of like when you play GTA. Anyone ever play GTA and you don't play for the missions, you just put the cheat codes in all day and just tear the city up? That's what I feel like they're doing right now. They just got all the cheat codes. One of these times, that cheat code, no matter what, if your hands ain't gonna be fast enough or the battery's gonna die or some shit, the cheat code's gonna come, the cops are gonna get you, or you're gonna get shot up by a prostitute on GTA. I'm talking about GTA if you just joined, by the way. This is definitely gone off track. Anyways, man, I gotta get back to it, man. I slow day. It's always slow for me on Thursdays at the shop. So I'll jump back in on another live. I'll pull up some of the technical analysis I'm thinking looking at on my laptop here shortly and kind of give you an idea what I'm looking at. Other than that, man, shit. NBA Jam cheat code. Oh, dang. What did they say in NBA Jam? That was the Booyah! He's on fire! The net be on fire and shit. Charles Barkley, Kevin Johnson. Man, shit. That is old school. I'm old school too, though, man. I'm 41 years old, so I know I probably look like I'm like 20. There ain't no filters on this live shit, man. I need some filters. Do I look younger now like this? All right, man. Y'all be good. I'll jump back in another time. Just wanted to jump in and say what's up. Hopefully we can find the cheat codes for our side, but I think the cheat code for us is definitely that dividend, man. So fingers crossed that comes up at some point. All right, man. Have a good one. Peace.